So the other night I was logging in to do a couple of raids and I log into my bank and I noticed that there is a notification saying join the Jagex launcher and get an additional 20 bank spaces. So basically what the Jagex launcher is a new Runescape account called the Jagex account, and you can merge all of your existing characters into this one account. Now I was waiting, this came out like 8 months ago or something, and they've slowly been working on it and making more updates and adding more things to it, but I was gonna wait till the very end because it kind of seemed a little weird to merge all of your accounts into one, right? And this is supposed to actually help increase security and stuff like that. But anyways, the process was actually very simple. All you do is make a Jagex account, and then you have to pretty much merge all your accounts. You log into each one of them, and then you import them into this account. Now, it was a little scary doing it with like my Ironman and stuff like that, right? Because once you import the account, you can never log into it again unless it's through the official Jagex launcher. Now, I figured I might as well do this now because I'm assuming in the future this will be a mandatory thing. Maybe it won't be, but I'm assuming it will be. Now, there's a lot of things with the Jagex launcher that I want to talk about today, pros and cons and everything that I've experienced with it so far. So yeah, it's very easy to make the Jagex account, and it's very easy to import all of your existing accounts. You can have up to 20 RuneScape accounts on one Jagex account. So far I've imported my Ironman, my regular main account, and also I've imported the Ultimate Ironman that I've made. I will obviously be importing my old original RuneScape character from 2009 as well, so I think that's really cool that you can have them all on one account, so you'll never lose the password or anything like that for it. It's supposed to be a lot more secure, obviously, right? So that you can make stronger passwords, you can have the authenticator set up, you can have an email codes, you can get backup codes for your authenticator. So yes, it is a lot more secure. It seems like it is anyways, but it's never a really good idea to have all your eggs in one basket, in my opinion, right? So say somehow your Jagex account gets hacked. There is a lot of different things to prevent this from happening, obviously, but then they would have access to all of your accounts, right? One great benefit though is if you do play multiple accounts, like I usually play 2 at the same time, very easy to launch, and you can actually play both of the accounts at the exact same time very easily because you don't have to type in all the password, the authenticator every single time, right? You just launch, I want to click play this character, and it launches, and then you just click login. It's very simple. And yes, you can play with the Rune-like client or the original RuneScape client, like the original vanilla one. So you cannot play on the HDOS client yet. So that is something that I wasn't really aware of. So yeah, you can't play the HDOS client for now. So if you are somebody who loves that client like I do, maybe wait to switch, because they did say that they will be actually adding this eventually to the Jagex launcher. But as of right now, it is not there. Another really cool thing too is if you want to make an extra account, you could just do it right from the Jagex launcher. I think it's a very good setup that they have with it. So if you go ahead and like open it up, for example, right, basically you can switch from RuneScape 3 to old school, and then from there all you have to do is select the client you want to play on and then the character, and then click play. Another great thing with this is if you have your character selected, you can go to the shop and you will automatically be signed into that account, and then you can purchase membership or bonds or whatever it might be for that character. It's very nice and clean interface, and just makes it a lot easier to actually get into the game and not have to remember a million different passwords and all this stuff. It's just all right there in one. Very easy to do, very easy to buy more membership or bonds. Maybe that's something that they've kept in mind with this. But a lot of people are asking why, what's the point of this, right? Like maybe it is a little bit more secure, but if you just play 1 or 2 accounts, it's not the end of the world to have to type in your password every single time, right? It is kind of a weird thing, but I do actually like it. I wasn't a big fan of it at first, but I mean, getting those 20 extra bank spaces is pretty nice, and just having it all feel more secure is kind of nice at the same time. It just makes it very easy to get into the game, right? I turn my computer on, open the Jagex launcher, click the character I want to do, and click play. It opens up RuneLite, and then I just click login. I don't have to type anything in. Very interesting, right? Usually I'd have to type it in every 30 days, type the authenticator back in, and you know, if I needed to buy membership, I'd have to open another tab, log into the account, type the authenticator in every single time to purchase membership, right? It's not the end of the world, but it does make it a little bit more convenient and easy to use. and I'm not sure if there's going to be like a deadline where you have to do a Jagex account, but I doubt that will be anytime soon anyways. My favorite part about it is obviously the ease of access. I can just click play and then not have to type in the password every single time I go to the washroom or log out for 10 to 15 minutes. I just click play and I'm right back into the game. Makes it very easy to do that. Another great thing I like about it is that you can link all of your previous accounts to it. So like my RuneScape 3 account that I maxed like pre-evolution to combat, that I have a bunch of 200 mils on and stuff like that, I can actually link that to my Jagex account with this account, right? So that it's all in one, and I will have that account forever, right? And I know it's in there safe and it won't get hacked, or you know, if I'm inactive with it for a few years or something, it's still there and I can log into it whenever I want. So that's something that I think is really cool. It's kind of like you can keep your accounts as a trophy, right? So say you have this account, you have a 1 defense pier or something, you can have kind of like the old games where you'd open it and you choose a different class, like World of Warcraft or something, right? You can choose your RuneScape character individually, and it's like, this one's my pier, this one's my Iron Man, this one's my main, this one's my RuneScape 3 account. I think it's very cool. One thing I would really like to see though is like when you're like selecting the character that you have, maybe you could have like a picture of your like character's face or like your outfit you wear or something. Do you remember back in the day when you could like go to the photo person in Falador and that would be like your high scorers icon? I think that would be really cool to add just as like a cosmetic thing. So if this ends up actually being more secure and less people get hacked and less people get like broadband or this or that, I think it could be a really good positive and actually be like one of the best updates that Old School has ever seen. Now, who knows what it's like right now? I mean, I can't really say much. I've had it for a week, but what I've noticed is I really do like it, and it just makes it way easier to play the game. It's really cool to select each character. One thing I would love to see added very soon is the HDOS client, and other than that, I think they've done a really good job with it. For just, if it's more secure, you can just log in right away, and I do like the interface of it, and I like that you can merge multiple accounts up to 20. They might even increase that, because I know some people have like 30 accounts or something, but how many can you really play at one time? Am I right? But yeah, overall I do like it. Now, should you switch over right now to the Jagex launcher, if you want those extra 20 bank spaces, I guess you should right now, but maybe you want to wait and see what other people's experiences are like. I was gonna do that, wait and see what happens, but I thought now would be the perfect time to do. So overall, would I recommend it? Honestly, yeah, I think it's pretty cool to have everything all in one thing. I wasn't the biggest fan of it at first, but now after using it for like a week, like I've said, it's just actually made it so much more convenient to log in every single day. And you know, if you play 2 accounts like I do, you don't have to type in all the passwords all the time and all the authenticators. When buying membership or whatever you need for the account, it's a lot easier as well. And yeah, I'm also, one thing I'm really curious about, right? So say you have like 10 accounts on this Jagex account, and then you get like banned on one account, whatever that might be, like one of your accounts gets banned or whatever. Does this affect your Jagex account, or does it affect just the character? I'd be really curious about that. So you get a permanent ban on one account, does it just get removed out of your Jagex account? Like, I'm very confused about that. We will have to see what that happens in the future, but it is an interesting thing to think about, right? Like say somebody breaks a rule on one of their accounts and then their whole account's gone, like all of their accounts. I don't know how that would work. And another thing is some people were complaining that they were getting hacked, right? So their accounts were getting imported into other people's Jagex's account. Now, this is not a good thing. So I don't know if they could do anything about that, right? There's got to be some crazy customer support to help fix that. But that's a nightmare, man. Now, another thing I was thinking about is, will this actually prevent a lot of botting from happening in the future, right? Now, they might be able to detect bots even easier. So say they weren't an official Jagex account, because you need to launch it with either RuneLite or the official client, right? So you can't launch it with like a third-party botting program. So this might be able to help detect people botting. I'm not sure if it will or anything like that, but maybe one day when they make this mandatory to have a Jagex account, botting might not be as big of an issue anymore, which would be really cool. But anyways, it's early stages of it, and so far I do like it, and I would totally recommend you guys to do it, even just for the extra security, the extra bank space, whatever it might be to get you to hop over to this Jagex launcher. I honestly recommend it, and I think that you guys should. But anyways, let me know down in the comments what you think of it. If you've got it yet, do you like it? Do you hate it? Would you change anything about it? Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this quick little video today, and I will catch you in the next video. See ya later.